What's going on, Dolphins fans? Mitchell Renz here from Chat Sports. And coming up here on today's show, the Miami Dolphins, they signed a safety. I'm going to tell you who that is. I'm going to give you the latest on Tua Tagovailoa because Brian Flores had some pretty interesting things to say about the quarterback. Two players were nominated for some awards. We'll give them some love on today's show. And then at the very end, what are the chances that the Dolphins could still make the playoffs? I'm going to show you the NFL playoff picture. So who's the safety that Miami went out and got? Will Parks. So he was signed from the 49ers practice squad, and this really isn't that big of a move, I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I really think one of the reasons why Miami went out and did it was because of the injury to McCourtey. He's on IR. He's done for the season. So maybe they're going to look for a little bit more depth. Maybe they're going to look for a little bit more leadership. With this move, also cornerback Jamal Perry and linebacker Brennan Scarlett are also sent to the IR. So one of our jobs here is obviously have an interactive YouTube channel, which I love to do here. I love talking to you guys about sports, love talking to you guys about the Miami Dolphins, but also we are trying to grow this thing. So more subs equals more videos. I've been really trying to tell you guys how important that is because we have a lot of different channels at Chat Sports, and we divide our team up basically the way when more shows get more videos or more subs, then you're going to get more content. So if you want more videos, you got to subscribe, and we're going to keep you guys up to date. YouTube.com/Dolphins News. A player that we always talk about is Tua Tagovailoa, and is he going to start taking more deep shots? I'm not talking about the shots that I was taking this weekend, but I'm talking about more throws down the field. Tua threw a 65-yard touchdown to Matt Collins and basically the entire NFL world, and a lot of Miami fans, they totally erupted. What I thought was kind of interesting and also sad, it was his first touchdown of 20-plus yards this season. Flores also went on to say that, hey, he really thinks that he can throw the football down the field and that you could see the Miami offense try to do it more going forward, which I say, thank frickin' Lord. I've only been saying it here for how many frickin' weeks now. Now, here's also what Mike Gesicki had to say on his quarterback. I was happy for Tua, but at the end of the day, you don't want to force a deep ball that's not there to try to give up people something to write about or people to be happy about. You've got to play within the game plan and play within what the defense gives you, which I agree to a certain extent for Gesicki. The other issue is this. If all you know that the Miami offense is just a dink and dunk style of team, then what happens? People play up closer, which then doesn't help your offensive line whatsoever. If you throw the ball deep just once in a while, then teams have to respect it. That's why I've been on this show saying, throw the ball deep just a few more times a game. What else could happen? So what do y'all think about this? And I know I'm probably one of the harder guys, which phrasing, on Tua, especially on YouTube, but is Tua a good deep ball thrower? I want you to give me a Y for yes, or let's go down to the comments section and give me an N for no. I'm going to be 100% honest. I do not believe that Tua is a good deep ball thrower, and some people could say, well, he was a good deep ball thrower in Alabama, and I would reply to that and say, yes, I actually agree with you. I really think since the hip injury, he doesn't have quite as much torque, and for those of you that don't realize how much a hip can help you get torque in a throw, go watch Tua's tape when he was at Bama and go watch him throw now. He's a lot more arm. The Dolphins' offensive line also absolutely doesn't help. And, you know, I understand that there's a lot of sides to why Tua's not throwing the ball deep or why they're not trying to stretch the ball down the field. One of the biggest reasons, if not the biggest reason, the offensive line doesn't give Tua and the offense the time. Also, I really think the play calling, it's way too safe. They are afraid to take the training wheels off of him, and when you look at this past week, he was 27 of 33. He's been more efficient. I just want them to be a little bit more ballsy because when you're ballsy, good stuff happens, and that's what you saw this past week with him hitting Matt Collins for 65. And one of my favorite things about the NFL, especially when we talk about quarterbacks, is the comparisons, right? When I tell you that Tua Tagovailoa has one touchdown this season of 20-plus yards, some of you might not understand how, if I'm being honest, how bad that truly is. Look at these numbers here because you're always going to have to deal with this. It's always going to be the Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert Tua comparison. Burrow has 11 touchdown passes this year of more than 20 yards. Justin Herbert, 6. Tua, 1. And it came this past week up against the New York Jets. Now, a lot of times, y'all, I understand Miami is probably a little bit of a warmer area, but I also know this. Fans, you like a good deal. And we have a brand new Dolphins hoodie. Since the last one we put on the show, it sold so well. Now we're going to hit you guys with this one. Go to chatsports.com/Dolphins hoodie where you can get this one for up to 50% off. The deal's not going to last forever. Obviously, Black Friday, Cyber Monday is all around the corner, but take advantage of it because we sold out of the old hoodies. Got some new ones in here. Chatsports.com/Dolphins hoodie. If for whatever reason you can't remember that link, I got you covered. It's in the description. It's also going to be in the comments. All right, let's talk about two rookies here. Jaylen Waddle and Jevon Holland, they were nominated for Rookie of the Week, and it's Pepsi Rookie of the Week. I don't know how much that matters. The moral of the story is this. I wanted to give some love to both of these dudes because last week I said look for Jaylen Waddle to have a big game and look for Jevon Holland to really try to step up, not having Jason McCourtey anymore. Now, Waddle, he had 9 targets, 8 catches, 65 yards. I wish they would throw the ball deep to him a little bit more. They also gave him 1 carry, which resulted in a rushing touchdown. The ultimate proof that sometimes you just got to get the ball into your playmaker's hands. Also, Jevon Holland. He had 7 tackles, 6 solo, 1 pass breakup, and a fumble recovery. If you're a Dolphins fan, you got to be excited about what you saw from those two guys. Also, I was very impressed from Jaelan Phillips. He had a sack in this game. He's really starting to come into his own. And if you're talking about where's this team going forward, I've seen comments of saying, oh, the Dolphins should tank. They should tank. I'm always team don't tank, especially when you have young players that you want to get more snaps to. But I do like a lot of these young players, and I think they are moving in the right direction. But what are we talking about? Comparisons, right? Like, that's what these shows are all about. That's what makes them fun. Who played better? If you had to give your Rookie of the Week award to either Holland or Waddle, who would you give it to? I want you to type 8 for Holland. I want you to type 17 for Waddle. If you don't understand why I'm telling you to type those numbers, then are you even subscribed to this channel? All right, guys, the last thing that we're going to talk about is I've been surfing the web, and, we talk about the news, the rumors. We're always going to throw in something around Tua. But then we also talk about the top trending topics, and I saw an article from Phinspod that said, can the Dolphins still make the playoffs? And, a few weeks ago, they're 1-7. You go on a 3-game win streak, and this conversation has definitely changed. Looking at the AFC playoff picture as it stands right now, the Dolphins are the lone team in the conference to have a 4-7 record. I also said last week that you essentially have to try to win out. You got to win the rest of your games. You got to go 10-7 because, let's face it, the Dolphins were 10-6 last year, and that even was not good enough to make the playoffs. So let's look at their upcoming schedule. You got Week 12 up against Carolina. Cam Newton, it's a really, really fun story, but the way that Miami's been playing, this is a very winnable game. Then you got the Giants, another very winnable game. I mean, you want to talk about for the next month, Miami will be playing all their games at home. Then you Week 14, then you get a bye. Maybe at that time you're 6-7. Then you're going up against the New York Jets again. They're 2-7. They've been terrible. So hopefully you can take them down. The Saints, they're 5-5. They haven't not been playing well whatsoever with Trevor Siemian. The Tennessee Titans, they just lost to the Houston Texans. And then you got the New England Patriots who lead the division with a 7-4 record. It really, if you can win, which I really think all these games are winnable, minus the Patriots, that's where it gets a little bit difficult. But is there a chance? Sure, there's always a chance in the NFL. That's why I love it. But you have to have the mindset, which Miami definitely has had, that every single game is a must-win ball game. So I'm going to finish y'all with this question right here. How many games will the Dolphins win? I know a few weeks ago we asked it. I saw a lot of the comments. They were like 2, 3, 4. Well, now we're starting to get up to 7. Could they get to 8 wins? Could they get to 10? Please let me know down in the comments.